At what time of the day is it best to do your affirmations? We answer that today. So generally speaking, there's about 3 times of the day to do your affirmations that are the best. Number 1, in the morning, right when you wake up. Why? Because as you wake up, you're in delta brainwave patterns, right? You start to wake up and you come up to theta brainwave pattern, but you're not quite at alpha or beta brainwave pattern. So alpha or beta are when you are more awake, more conscious of the world. Your conscious mind is now turned on and, alert and aware. But as you wake up, you're still in theta. You're in that dreamy state where you're like half awake, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. If you grab your affirmations and you read them or you listen to them or you say them, during that moment, you will actually program them into your mind while you're in theta, so your conscious mind is not going to kick them out, not going to block them. Your filter is going to be turned off, and you can program them in, and it's going to go more into your subconscious mind right away. It's going to be easier to get it into your subconscious mind, into your body system when you do it in theta brainwave, and that is as you're waking up, like right when you wake up in the morning, which is also why you shouldn't read the news or check your phone first thing you do when you wake up, because if you do that, then whatever statements and messages you're getting there, that's going to go into your subconscious mind and shape your belief patterns and systems. And a lot of times those messages, the news can be negative, so you don't want to program that sort of negative imagery or those negative statements into your system. Number 2 is right before you go to sleep. Why before you go to sleep? Same sort of thinking behind why you wake up when you wake up. Because as you go to sleep, you start to calm your mind. It comes down to alpha brainwave, and then you go into theta, and then eventually you're sleeping in delta. So as you're sort of like getting ready for bed, you sit in your bed and you read your affirmations, you start to doze off, you start to go into this theta brainwave pattern as you're listening to them or saying them or reading them. And you again program it into your subconscious mind because you're in theta. Now, before sleep is also great, because overnight, for the next 6, 7, 8 hours that you're sleeping, the brain is going to process the day. It's going to process what happened during the day. And what it generally processes is the most emotional incidents of the day. So if you had something very joyful or very dramatic during the day, it's going to process that. But it's also going to process the last thing that you did before you went to sleep. So if you are, whatever you're doing right before you go to sleep, that's essentially what the first thing is going to do, is going to process overnight. Aside from the emotional, like strong emotions that you experienced in the day, it'll process whatever the last thing was before going to sleep. So again, if you watch the news or check your phone, guess what your mind is going to process? And it's going to start creating, oh, this is what's real. This is what I need to process. This is what I need to look out for. It's going to put that in your mind. But if you are reading your affirmations or doing your affirmations, it's going to put that in the system. It's going to process that and create that as your new reality. So it actually works for you while you are sleeping. So the next day you get up and you will have created more neural pathways, more belief patterns and systems based on the affirmations that you read right before you go to sleep. So those are 2 of the times. Third time can be actually technically any time during the day. If you're in a meditative state, usually it's best. So again, theta brainwave is the best time to do it. I give some tips. I'll give some tips later on where you can do it, but if you're not in a theta brainwave state, you're actually in a very active state, but you're doing so many things, so you actually anchor it in. That can also be a powerful time to do it. But during the day can be great too, but you can always get yourself to a theta brainwave state. It doesn't have to be when you're awake or when you're asleep. If you're meditating during the day, you just close your eyes and focus on your breath. You actually can take your brain down to a calm state. You can actually go into a theta brainwave state and do your affirmations at that. So it doesn't have to be just be morning or nights. It could be any time during the day, during like a meditative state. Okay, so let me know in the comments below how those tips work for you and when do you like to do your affirmations. And also subscribe to our channel to get more affirmation tips and listen to our wonderful affirmation audios.